Hi everybody, it's Carol. Welcome back to my channel. What I'm going to do today is a different kind of project. I'm going to use this is a Christmas gift magazine from Amazon. This is a holiday toy list for kids. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make a Christmas tree out of this. It's for, Christmas decorations. And I usually make one of these every year. And I like to use, this is actually another Christmas book because it's so colorful. And when it's being displayed, you can see, the different decorations and colors and stuff. And it looks really great. And all it is folding the magazine. And so for this part, like for where the start and finish is, it's not as close together as it is up front here. And what I do is I put, in a couple of them at the top, I'll put some glue dots and it'll just hold everything back a little bit. And it looks so beautiful. And what I've also done is I'll edge the paper with gold or red glitter glue, so you have that sparkle to it. So you can, put lights around it and decorate it more however you wish. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and I'll get started and I'll show you. So usually a lot of the books, oh, here's a coloring book, as long as they're the same thickness, but usually the front and back covers are a little thicker than the pages, so I usually rip these off. And then I went through the magazine and they'll have like different flyers in there or little inserts that are, they are advertising other things. Well, they're thicker and they're kind of like a postcard type of looking paper. So I usually rip those out. So I don't know if you've seen this before, but I just thought I would come on here and show you because I make these every year. And I wanted to make one with this booklet. It's not as decorative as this, but it's still pretty. So you just take this corner and you bring it down so that you fold it at this point. So you have the point up there because that's going to make the top of the tree. So you just bring it down and make it as even as you can, and then you fold it. This is my first one making this year, so let's see. Oh, and then you take the rest of this part and you hold your finger. This is how I do it. Especially when you get started, you have to hold everything. And then you kind of try and stay as even with this front. So you have your point up here. And then you fold that. Now, I've done it a couple of different ways where I just keep it and you push, then you bring this out over here. And this is how I usually do it. And then I'll take care of this bottom part after I do all the folding. After I get all these folds. And it depends on the size of the book. This one isn't too bad, no, actually this is my second because I did make this one here a couple of weeks ago. And that was a pretty big magazine. I don't remember what it is, but it's a pretty big magazine. So again, I'm just going to take the page and have that point up there and then fold it. And then bring that over and continue with that fold on top. This magazine is not as big as the other one. I think the other one took maybe an hour to make. And this shouldn't, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, but it wasn't too quick. And another thing that you may find is as you're doing this, one or two pages may just fall out because it's only being held in by staples. However they bind these magazines together. I did find when I was making that when I was making the previous one, that a couple of pages would fall out. But that's okay. It doesn't hinder anything. And what I'll probably do with some of them, I usually have like a big one and then a couple of little ones. You know, and if you have a display that's like a little village, these look really pretty in there. I just use them as decoration randomly, like on this end table or, you know, on a coffee table. I don't know how many pages are in here. Let's see, I'm on 21. But it's so simple. And the outcome is so pretty. Oh, and what I've done with these are I put, you know, those little pom-poms. You can get them at the craft store, and I think even the dollar store has them. They're the real tiny pom-poms, and you can, you know, glue them on the ends. But you'd need the real little ones, depending how big your tree is. And it goes pretty quickly. You can see. Let's see how many pages are in here. Oh, 98. So I'm about a quarter of the way done. You know, it doesn't take long at all. It's just folding, folding. But I've done these with, oh my goodness, with books that are pretty large. And you know, if you know, it goes by so quickly. So if you're watching a show on TV or just listening to music, you know, this is just a fun project to do. Because all it is folding. Not a lot of thinking involved with this. Because sometimes when I'm crafting and trying to talk and think about what I'm doing, especially when I don't have, when I really am just kind of like crafting at the seat of my pants, when you don't have anything, you know, in mind, and you're just gonna let it flow, you know, then you tend to get quiet. You know, I've seen some crafters, and I think I even did it, was just cut these ends off. And then there is a way to fold them back inside the tree. But again, then that's a little time consuming because you have to go page by page, where if you just cut the bottom off, you can take a couple at a time. I've done both ways. And they really come out the same, so it really doesn't matter whether you cut it or just fold them, you know, fold it back inside itself. See, I'm already halfway done, and it only took like a few minutes. So if this book has like 98 pages, you can make, I would like to try and get a book with maybe 50 pages in it. And then hopefully the book would be shorter. So you would, you know, you could make smaller trees. But it's so fun, and they look so pretty. I like doing the catalog ones. Oh, you know what I usually use are the Lakeside books. Because we get the Lakeside books. Not that I really order from them, but we usually get them. And they're pretty full. So In fact, this could be a Lakeside book, the first one that I have here. So like I said before, the only thing you have to go through the book first, because they do have like those postcard flyers in there. So those you would have to take out because the pages are a little heavier. And you really don't want that in because the tree will separate at that point when you have the thicker pages in there. So I had about 3 in here that I just tore out. And then again, the cover, you know, sometimes the magazines are, this feels a little heavier. Yeah, there's 2 pages here. How come it's not separating? Okay, so I'm at the last quarter now. The last quarter of this magazine. This is late morning crafting. We already went for our walk at the cemetery, took Stella for her walk. Again, today's a beautiful fall day. It's probably 45 degrees and, you know, a little windy. And very sunny. Not very sunny. Sunny. Okay, I'm at 81. So we have less than 20 pages to go. Actually, not really 20 because there's, you know, 2 sides here. See how quick this took? It's only been about 13 minutes and I'm almost done with the folding, and then there's really not that much to go on, but it's such a nice thing to make, a nice decoration. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with items you have in your house, you know, and use that for, you know, for just different quick little decorations for the season. Okay, here we are at the end. This is the last page. Okay, so here you go. It looks so cute, so pretty. And so now what you do is, well, like I said, you can either cut them off, which I probably will do, because you can cut a bunch off, or you can fold it, and you would have to fold it to the end. Let me see if I go on this side. Well, it's still in this direction, so I'm going to start it here. So you would have to fold it up here, and then you have to tuck it back inside. Oh, that's what I do. I open it. Okay, so when you open it, well, you actually, oh boy, how did I do that? Okay, so you fold it to the end, and then you open it and tuck it inside. So, you know, you could do this, but it's going to be page by page. So it it will be a little bit more time consuming, but it does make the bottom thicker. So I'll probably do that. So you have a better stand on the bottom. And the reason you fold it that way is because if you do it this way, it's hard to get the fold straight at the end of the paper. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is a little crooked there. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do now for the rest of them? I'm going to cut them just so I can get this done so you can see how pretty it stands. So you can either cut them or fold them. Now I just showed you the fold. It would be easier having the utility knife. I don't have one. Okay, let's get, this is going to be a little messier, but like I said, it'll go a little quicker so you can see the end result. Oh boy. You may want to just fold them. I usually do fold. I mean, I've cut them a couple of times, but I usually fold them. But after folding those first couple of pages, I just want to get this done. Oh boy. I'm probably wasting more time trying to cut these. And I can't come from the other side because of the pages. Oh my goodness. It'll be easier to trim that off once all these pages are clipped off. I'm going to go from the top this way. Okay, that's the way to do it. Go from the top so you don't have the other pages hindering you. Okay. Yeah, it's probably better just to fold them because, you know, you have a thicker bottom and the stand will be, I just have to refold a couple of those pages, but I'm almost finished cutting these. Okay. It's definitely easier to cut them. Oh my gosh, maybe not. You'll have a neater project at the end by folding them. I thought I would make it easier for the end result, but clearly I didn't. Okay, So I think I have to refold a couple of pages. But I just want to snip off these pieces that I didn't do a very good job with. I don't know if refolding that is going to... It really doesn't hinder the end result. So, like I said, these last pages, I will just put glue dots. That's what I usually do. Because you just have to work it and play with it just to get these pages to go all the way around. So what I usually do is I put glue dots just on a couple of them back here, and then they will fold. You know, they'll fold back, and you'll be able to make the tree a little, it'll be a nice round tree. So you just have to put the glue dots in for a couple, and that's what it'll look like. Just like, you know, this here will be closed more. Like this one here, I did not put glue dots on either. So I'll do it for the both and put them back. And then it'll be nice and round and it'll be pretty. It'll be prettier. So I'm just going to lay them down so you can see the different size difference. I'm pretty sure this is a Lakeside book. I don't see anything on the bottom of the pages. But this has more Christmas, like, because they have a lot of Christmas trees for decoration. And this is just a toy catalog from Amazon. But isn't this pretty? And so that's it. It was quick and simple, and it was only like it's only like a 20-minute project. And this 20 minutes for 100 pages, and I don't even know how many pages are in here. Let's get to the last one and see. Oh, this one here I cut at the bottom also. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell what it is. But anyway, the end result is really, really cute. It's really nice. So I hope that you like this video and you have a good rest of your day. And we'll talk next time. Bye-bye.